Hey guys, Brenny here, and welcome to a hardcore episode where we left off last episode, but not really because I have gone and done the roofs and roofs? I don't know. Whatever you want to call these, I have completed them during my live stream. You may have also seen that I did the lighting with the pistons in there, and it's looking pretty good. I am extremely happy with it, but this isn't actually going to be the topic of this video. I've actually got a few projects I want to start and discuss why I want to start them and all that. But we'll start off by just doing quick mention. I went and got some sand. I went all the way off in that direction. There's a beach, not a beach, a desert biome, and it's at 700, negative 1,500 if you are playing my world. And I just needed some sand for one of these new projects. And I want to actually explain why I have new projects, but firstly, I'll explain what they are. So there's a mega storage hub, factories, and the Godzilla transforming platform, which obviously you guys know why I'm doing that. But the main thing I did want to explain before we even got into building these, and that's what I'm just going to be cruising around doing little things on them while I speak to you guys about it. So there's some extra sand I grabbed because I actually did bring an ender chest on me, which we can deposit there. Here we will deposit all of the sand and extra stuff. See if we how much glass we have, because oh wow, it's already all smelted. Holy crap, I only put that in there, like, not too long ago. I must have just been, like, daydreaming. I do get quite easily distracted. Alright, so let's throw that in there, and then that one in there. And we will go do some light work on the mega storage system while I just explain why I'm starting new projects. So, the new projects have been on my... every now and then I'll get an idea for something, and I write it down. But I feel I should finish things before I start new things, right as I stand beside a finished project and a half-finished project. Semi-finished project, I suppose. That's still got the inside, but don't want to focus on the insides as much yet because, like, the outsides, I'm trying to build a pretty kingdom. I'm not really... None of these buildings are going to have too much use, so I can get to the insides later. So, anyway, I don't like starting new projects because I feel like I upset some of you, but then I realize a lot of, like... Right now, all I'm really doing is building. The survival element of hardcore is a bit easy now. I do need some new armor though, which that's another project there, an Enderman farm, the Wither farm, which there are survival projects, you know. The Wither farm, the Enderman farm are what relate to survival. Then we got the Kingdom, which is our building project. I don't get why this doesn't work sometimes. And now we have our new projects, which are actually very redstone based, which I'm very excited for. Now, I know some of you are going to be a bit upset that I am starting new projects, but it's something I've wanted to do for a while, you know. I enjoy starting new projects. I feel it keeps you very fresh with Minecraft. Like, I'm not going to get bored of Minecraft if I have 8 different things to work on, because I have 8 different things that I've selected that I want to work on. And I've always liked how Etho did it. And Etho is actually a bit of the inspiration for why we're starting some of these new... Or not why, but more... One of the projects was inspired by him, and also Vicstar. So I was watching Etho, and he recently made a firework, like, dispensary. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I had some little ideas that I wanted to add to it. And obviously, like, I wanted to... Well, I didn't really want to make a firework thing at any point, but I also was watching Vicstar play and his How to Minecraft series, and he made a potion brewery that I think was Mr. Crayfish's design. And another thing, I was like, oh, I like that, but I have my own little ideas for it. So, with both of them, like, being noted down in my little notes that I have, because as you guys know, I do the little note thing. Don't actually know if I even mentioned that. I'm a bit all over the place right now, because I have so much to speak about, and I apologize. Not even so much to speak about, so much that all intertwines with each other that confuses me. I know, right? I was so picky with those torches, because I didn't want them on dirt, when I could have just gone and replaced them. Anyway, so, I thought they would be cool, and then today I was having a shower, which was just... I was meant to have a quick shower. I was in there for like an hour just thinking about these cool ideas, because I would like to make factories for all the little things you can farm or automate, and I thought that would be a cool way to do it because I like doing redstone, and you either hide it underground in a wall or you have an ugly building. And a factory would be great for it because we could publicly show it and still have it look like a factory. So I'm going to make factories for little things that pop into my mind, and I'm going to make sure they're done, like, in a fun way. For example, our brewing factory, I want to have an arrow to select the potion, and that arrow will like have a toggle, and there'll be like a control panel room. And then in that room, there'll be also, if I want to make it longer or increase the power of it or make it a splash potion, and then I'll push a button, and in front of me, there'll be like conveyor belts and stuff, and you'll see the potions venturing around through brewing stand to brewing stand. And there may even be like a loading screen in the background. You guys remember that circle thing I made in my hardcore? I was thinking that, but in my old hardcore. But yeah, like, I just have so many awesome ideas, but I can't really incorporate them into the kingdom build because they really kick the kingdom's ass visually. So I figured this factory idea would be cool, and I was like, alright, I would like to do that. But I'd also like all the items from the factory to have an option, like a switch, and they'll go all the way to our mass storage system. But I haven't really, like, I'm not starting work on the mass storage system, I'm just kind of marking it out. And that's what this is, by the way. That's what I'm digging down for, and I figured I would speak to you guys while I dug down. Because this is actually where our mob spawner was, which I'll show you guys. I should be safe to fall through there. So here was our mob spawner. I've dug that up, and this goes all the way down, obviously, to ground level, which, where was that? Where's the extra water drop? Is it off in this direction? I swear there's another water drop. Yeah, there should be. Oh, yeah. So, let's go to the bottom of this, and I'll begin marking this out. Because I want all my factories and everything that I have farmed, iron golems and all that stuff, to lead to one point, I figured I would need that storage point marked out. So what I'm thinking of doing is, you'll see I've done some light marking out here to play with the idea. Oh, crap. Play with the idea of it. There we go. So what I want to do is have hoppers off in this direction, hoppers off in this direction, and obviously the other two directions as well, which I'm a bit bummed that this is like a lava pool, but you know, it's some... Whoa, settle your kettle, mate. So hoppers would also go off in this direction, and they would all come to this central point. And at this central point, there would be an item elevator, which hence why I went and got some glass, because you use glass to make item elevators. I actually haven't made one of them in a while, so I don't really know how they're made anymore, but we'll give it a shot. I know you use glass. So you do this, and you have the item get dispensed or a ladder in the middle, and the items will climb up this glass, and basically we have a giant glass pillar. Now around that glass pillar, I was thinking we would have, that's where the storage would be. The items would get raised up and then stored further down, and we would have every single item of storage. Now this is one of our big end projects, but I did need to mark it out to begin starting on the factory and other future builds. So this is where all the items will come, and then I'm actually going to do another glass wall that you may have seen marked out in the other area around here, and that's just going to be a fail-safe. So if any of the items pop out, what I'll do is have hoppers here as well, and it will get redeposited into the system to go back up, and then our area will start here, and let's say we have a 5 deep walking area, like so, 4, then we will have storage chests here. And those storage chests will be automatically sorted, and we'll have every single item sorted into its own chest. It will take some time to get that, like, marked out and how it's going to work. But like I said, the mega storage system is a very big end project. For now, I just really want some kind of hub where all my items can go, and I'll just have it not auto sort for now, you know, and then I can sort stuff myself. And another thing I was thinking that you guys might be a bit about is the fact that with such a big storage system for every single item, it would be annoying for me to get items for projects, because I'd be going up and down stairs and ladders all day, because obviously this would have to be multi-layered. And I thought, no, because once I get the items out, I'm not going to put them back in the storage each time. I'm going to get them out and have them in a little chest, like I do now, you know. I have my, oh crap, I'm just not even going to touch that corner. I have my little chest near my project, boom boom, chest, have my items in it that I'm currently using, and then once I'm done, I can deposit back into the mega storage system. And another thing with having the hoppers go out in all directions, I'm going to have little deposit points of the map, so they're not going to be too far out. Also, I was thinking of doing, I'll just continue mining because this top part here is making it very stressful to speak and decide what I'm going to be working on. So with the hoppers like being far out, they're not all going to be loaded, so items would stack up. So what I was thinking is having also little collection bay areas, and basically they would be back up so that, where am I? Is that the, No, alright, so I've got to continue digging down because I was digging this whole staircase down. I also, yeah, I have some wood on me to make ladders, which is also what I did in the live stream. So, yeah, this is going to be a big project, and then I'm just going to randomly work on whatever project I'm feeling like at the time, and they should all intertwine quite nicely. For example, I could have, I suppose, a color factory where I get wool, and that wool goes to our mega storage system, and then we can use that to build more of our kingdom. What else? A tree factory where I chop, like, have automatic tree farms that maybe I could even incorporate the wither thing where you use a wither to break the trees and you don't actually have to be there apart from to load it up, but that's a whole nother project. Now, I was thinking of the place I would like to do the factories, and I want it to be a bit far away, so I was also thinking of having a minecart system. Oh, I'm out of torches. Holy crap. Yeah, because I used them all to just mark out spots, which is a bit silly of me now because I'm out of torches. I was thinking of having a minecart go off in each direction, like north, south, east, and west. And that would be purely to get to places quicker. For example, the iron golem farms, even though they're not too far away. What else would there be? There would be the factories, there would be the end portal, the nether portal, maybe our sand biome, maybe a jungle biome. I do need to find, I want to use like fake conveyor belts, and basically that would just be water on top of ice, but I need packed ice because I don't want to have to worry about lighting melting the ice. So I will have to find ice spike biome, is that what they're called? I don't even know what they're called, that's how like, I've never seen one. But that is it, guys. That is all my jibber-jabbering, everything on my mind, off my mind, and it's time to actually get started on this stuff. So, I'm going to do this tunnel now. This tunnel's going to go all the way down. I should probably fill in the... Oh, no, I won't fill in the walls, because they're going to get dug out anyway. But we're going to do our what is this block called again? Our glass elevator thingy, and that will... Where's this fake dirt block that's blocking me? Is it here? I have no clue where this block is. But I still continuously get stuck in it. What about... There we go, there it is. Got that bay. I found it. It's like a guessing game. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do the tube here, which is the glass elevator for items. And then I'll have a ladder system out of here. And that's when I'll come back. And I think what we'll do after that is debate where we're going to put our factories. And the thing with factories, I've done some research into what they look like and what I would like them to look like. I've looked up Minecraft factories and regular factories. And it's going to be great for redstone, like, things. Because they're generally on a very flat land. So we can do redstone underground. But they also are quite big and bland looking. So it won't really affect the look of it too much if we go and have, like, extra buildings just for, like, redstone. For example, oh, shit! That actually wasn't too bad. I way overreacted then. I know I was meant to go, but let's, we'll get out of here. We cannot get out of here, so I'll do it in here. So let's say we have the factory here. It's a long factory. Over this part we have our control panel, and this part we have the visual stuff where the potions are brewed. Now, if I want to add a room here, that would be the entrance room, maybe storage room, but let's say there's redstone going there. I can have that room there. And either way, all I have to do is kind of make it look like a square factory. And I've got some great designs that I like the idea of, like I mentioned. And I'm very excited for this new project because I haven't worked with redstone in a while. And I feel like I have the chance to progress my redstone skills. Okay, guys, so I went into my creative world and played around with the idea of glass item elevators. And they're not good enough for my liking. Like, I always seem to lose items in it, and you know, with something that's gonna transport like my valuables, if I'm losing like even 1% over time, that's actually gonna rack up. Oh, this doesn't look very safe. I should definitely get a torch down behind here. But as you can see, I have dug the area out, and I'm just going to do a dropper system in the middle, and then I'll put some maybe colored glass around it, maybe not even, maybe clay around it. And it will just be like a pillar, and we'll still have all the hoppers, because we want the hoppers at the lowest level. For that reason, reasoning for that is because what if I have a farm underground and it's lower than the hoppers? I don't want to have two droppers dropping up. I want it all to be meeting at this central point, and then when this is loaded up, it can shoot it up whenever it wants. So we're going to be using Mumbo Jumbos. Like, it's a really effective hopper drop, no, not hopper dropper, dropper thingy, dropper upperer, that's what I'm gonna call it. Item elevator, really. But it uses a comparator on each level, which basically just makes sure that there's nothing stuck in it while it's doing it. And that should work pretty good. But what we're going to do now is actually find the height that we want to build our minecart track at, and then go off and build that. And what I'm thinking, because I did do some more, I actually had dinner, and I was thinking about stuff while I had dinner. And I think, I want it to be, we're at height 62 now, which is not lower than the ocean. We want lower than the ocean, so we will go down here. And 61. I'd say about 50 we want to build our minecart track at. And we're just going to build it from the center of here, and we can line it up with something else later. I was thinking under the general store where there's that big cave. And because I was thinking that is because I want it to both seem natural. Like, alright, you're going, oh, here's the mine shaft with the minecart. You hop in that minecart, little do you know it takes you to the next area, and it looks all presentable. And even the pathway between areas, I would really like it to be very presentable and like, how do I explain it? I want it to blend nicely. So obviously my factory area is going to be a stage ahead of a generation ahead of the fact that I'm making a kingdom. It's more in the, I don't know, I have no clue what age factories would have came in. I might actually do some research of that so I can make like one that's a bit more accurate, because I would like to have the minecart pop out of the ground and then go on a minecart rail on a track. But I was also thinking like, well, I don't want it to be the generation where cars are involved, you know. I want it to be pre-cars, but not so old that there's swords involved. Obviously, there would be guns and stuff. So maybe I need to look up I don't even know if generations is the correct terminology. Stages of life? I have no clue what I'm on about. But we are going east, which is the direction I would like to put our, what are they called? Factories. And that's where we're going to put them. And I figured it would be a good start to dig off to the east and then find an area. What I want is a tree-like area, a plains with a lot of trees. Not too hilly or anything, because I want it to look like the industrialness of the factories has taken away the trees. And basically, there'll be trees around it, but maybe even I could make them look a bit withered away. I'm still going to focus on looks with these factories. I also want some kick-ass factories. And the other thing is, firstly, I'm going to focus on the epicness of it, and then the looks. So the looks might get perished or put behind it at some points. Okay guys, so I'm about 1,000 blocks to the east from our kingdom. I figured that would be far enough. I do want to honestly go a bit further because this area isn't perfectly for what I want. But I figure once we chop down the trees, flatten out the terrain, because that is what we're going to have to do, which I absolutely hate doing now because I think it makes things look tacky, but a factory industrial area would have it flattened out. They don't care about how pretty the terrain looks or anything like that. But yeah, our kingdom's off in that direction. And I feel like we have a mostly flat area here. It does have some hills here, there, and there. But I don't know how big this is going to be. I'm just going to build one factory first, which I'll probably start off in this corner and go off in that direction maybe. You know, just make sure that this corner is the corner that doesn't need to be expanded. So, for example, this side, I'd probably have the technical redstone part that shouldn't change too much, and then on this side, I would have the conveyor belts for all the potions, which I haven't really explained properly how I want to do, but it's because it's more of a light idea in my head. But I'll give you guys a rundown. I'll chop down a few trees here, and then I'll give you guys a base rundown, and then I think what I'm going to do is in between episodes chop down trees, and maybe next episode we'll work on this. Who really knows? I could get horrible response for this, but you know, like, I want to do what I enjoy, and I really feel like it reflects in my content. And I've been getting a ton of love on my videos recently. Like, it's just, I read the comments and it just puts a huge smile on my face. The worst thing I've seen so far recently is you guys having arguments, and I don't know, I just want you guys to all be friendly, you know. Someone does something you think is stupid, you don't really have to say anything, and then everyone stays nice to each other, you know. Maybe if you see someone say something stupid, maybe rephrase it how you think they should have said it, and then say that to me, And if it's really nice, you know, we all get the love. But yeah, let's do a rough explain English. I'm really enjoying having blocks too, because I didn't dig all the way here. I dug to about 700 blocks out, so, and our kingdom's about 300, so I suppose about maybe 500 blocks across. But what I want to do is, in the back, have a control panel. This control panel will have all of our stuff in it for making the potions. It will also be raised, so the control panel will be at about this height. Well, not this height, but let's say on a scale that we're making right now, it will be about here. And it will be about here, and then there'll be a staircase down here. Maybe it goes across here, and then down. And then at the front here, this is where all the control room, where all the, like, conveyor belts will be, and what kind of makes it look a bit more realistic, you know? So, let's go and grab this bed, have a quick nap before it becomes nighttime. When it becomes nighttime, it just sucks so much. Anyway, so, let's go and start making some, like, well, I'll make a fake idea of what I think the, oh no, I'm wasting my smooth stone. Oh no, actually I do have a silk touch pickaxe. I don't know why I wasn't using it. Alright, so, I'll make a fake conveyor belt here since we do have the space, since I chopped down that tree. So, I assume at the end, this was where the, technical side of it will be. And it will be something like this. And there will be maybe the beacon will be here, with a hopper going into it here, with a hopper coming from the bottom here, maybe a dropper here to put in the potions, maybe a dropper here to send the potion up. But basically, I want you to see that there is redstone and technical stuff here, but not too much. And then, let's say that hopper connects to a dropper here, and then it drops the items into a water stream that will go to here, and then into the ground into a hopper. And that will basically pop out into the next area, which might do another effect. So, all of them will have to go through a nether wart one, basically, unless we're making weakness potions. But I'm not really going to focus on making them. So, they'll all go through the nether wart one, then they'll get dropped into the stream. Maybe they could actually shoot up from here, and then go into the hoppers, and then go down and shoot up from somewhere else. That actually seems like it would make more sense. And then depending on what potion we have selected, it will go off to the different things. For example, I made a speed potion to get here, so it would go off to the sugar. And then if I have selected to increase the duration of it, it will go through to redstone, I believe does duration, and glowstone does strength. Yeah, and I'm very, very excited to be doing this. I want to make it look cool and be interesting to watch. I don't just want to use the best design, you know. If this design's slower, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have an automatic button. You boom, automatic, and I'll just crank out the potions. And then what's going to happen is when I select a potion, a little thing I was thinking is it will also select the sorting. So if I have strength selected, it will have that strength chest selected, so the items will go into the strength chest. And then if I have speed selected, it will go to the speed chest. And we're actually going to do an arrow dial thing, so this is actually what I got from Vicstar, which I watched his latest episode just before. But you have an arrow here and an item frame, and whatever thing it points to works. Now, we're going to have 2 of these because there is 13 potions, I believe. 13 different potions, not accounting for differences of, like, strength 2, strength 1, longer strength, you know. And they'll have their own selector here, which will be gunpowder, redstone, glowstone. And then there'll be a switch and a button. A button will do one of the selected potion, and the switch will turn it on, and it will just automatically produce them. I've got to make sure there's some fail-safes involved, though, you know. Last thing I want is the system clogging up. So this is going to be something that takes a lot of my time and effort to perfect redstone-wise, and I want you guys to be a part of the journey for that. So thank you all so much for watching this different paced episode. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. I'll also do a Beastcraft Plus rank giveaway, so leave a comment with your IGN and a like. If you're new, feel free to subscribe, and if you don't know what Beastcraft is, feel free to check out mc.beastcraft.net, and hopefully I'll link that in the description as well. Bye guys! Feel free to subscribe if you're new.